Welcome to the Obsidian Loft Minecraft podcast. This week on our 8th episode we discussed Notch and the Oculus Rift purchase, VSWE's Quest mod and more. I'm Jason Oakley and this is my co-host Will Tompkinson. How are you doing, Will?
Hey Jay, it's good to be here finally. We're here most nights. Most Monday nights.
Most nights, yes. Nights. Every single night we do a show, man. It's hard to keep up with the news on Minecraft.
So what are we doing? According to my show notes that I have to read, we're here every Monday night, although it could be read as Tuesday night or possibly Wednesday night, Australian Eastern Time. You can join us on our servers. mc.obsidianloft.com is our main server with all the mini games and the fun stuff. You can skyblocks and whatever. And once you become a subscriber, you can join us at survival.obsidianloft.com, and then that's our custom Feed the Beast survival pack that if you watch a stream, that's mainly what we play.
Yeah, we're there all the time. It's so much fun on Feed the Beast. Our website at www.obsidianloft.com is hosted by Engine. If you wish to join the Engine network, sign up link on our website. And our week in the loft. So, what have you been up to, Mr. T?
Yes. It's actually been quite an interesting week this week. We had a bit of a revelation last week. Remember last week I asked that somebody shot me an email and asked if they could set up a PE server, Minecraft Pocket Edition server at home for their kids to play, so they don't have to keep dedicating an Android device to it. Well, turns out you actually can. We actually now have a PE
Here's
server.
Me going, no, not possible. Can't be done.
So yeah, we actually have a PE server that we've set up. Don't mind me, I'm just running over my headphones.
So we've done the impossible is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't be done, but we did it anyway. It's like that quarry that I set up.
Yeah.
Can't be done, but it's done anyway.
Yeah, so we got that. We got in the process of adding a few back-end server mods and things, so that becomes, you know, non-griefable and all the things you'd expect on a public server. We'll open that up to the public. The restrictions on PE, I think it only allows about 20 people in one world at a time, but the way the server works, it's kind of like bungee cord works on a normal big server that you'd go and play. You'll go through a portal, you go to a different world. It actually physically is different worlds. So instead of overcrowding one world, you can spread the load a bit. But it's good fun. We've got a video there that we might show you the video that we had to pre-record due to the limitations. There's a program called BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator on Windows. The previous version worked flawlessly. I never had a problem with it. This version was flaky at best and has basically destroyed my computer, and as after tonight I'm going to have to do a complete format, but that's beside the point.
You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
So we pre-recorded the video. It's got myself and WauloK and Noob Slicey on there, so hang around for a couple of minutes and watch that, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, so as you guys can see, we're on the PE server, and so far it's working.
You've got 3 people on and the server hasn't exploded.
Look, I made a smiley face.
My client has exploded on several occasions, but that's because I'm bringing this to you via BlueStacks, which is a Android emulator for Windows.
I didn't spray it.
You don't. And unfortunately it's very buggy, but so far so good. Let's see how we go. This is actually the PE client on the PE server.
I found the edge of the world.
On our server. And so we're going to sort of get a bit more involved in this and start putting some plugins on here so that we can open this up and have a few people playing on here. And
how big can you make the world on the server? Is it infinite?
You only make the worlds at 256 by 256, but you have linking portals, so you can make indefinite worlds, and you just link your portal between worlds. So effectively, everybody can.
Congratulations!
Oh, well done, dude. I haven't even done that yet.
Me either.
It's possible that everybody could have their own world.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's just like if you ever played Minecraft early on, This is very similar to that in the way it works. It's
Like an alpha or beta.
Yeah, it's probably... I mean, it does have jump, it does have some basic stuff. Though, as I keep saying, the new version that's coming out is supposed to be pretty neat with the things it has, so... But I'm a little bit awkward because I'm using a combination of a joystick and the mouse to actually play this at the moment.
I'm just using my fingers.
I got achievement.
Yeah, well, you guys are actually playing on your tablet, but I'm literally playing on my computer, and it's not designed to use...
This type of Minecraft.
Yeah, it's not designed to work with a controller, so it's really awkward. It is a good way of displaying it, so you guys can see that sort of thing, you know, so... But, yeah.
I actually know how to do this.
Does it look like the chest opens from your end when I click on it? I've
Yep.
opened the chest. Yeah. Because it just fills my screen so I can't see.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does. That's the thing. I was just showing the crafting table before, where you scroll through all the tools and the armor, and the only thing, as far as I'm aware, that causes issues at the moment are, I think it's either paintings or must be paintings because no item frames. Apparently, on a multiplayer server, that can cause some problems. So,
I got a sword.
you will notice there's no mobs. I don't know why. It must be one of the plugins. Ow, thanks for that. Must be one of the plugins aren't working properly. There's a little bit of a graphical glitch there. I can see the floating logs.
Yep, me too.
That even though they've been picked up, they're still there.
Yep.
So there's a couple little bugs, but...
And there's a floating tree. Don't tell Mr. T. He'll ban you from the server.
Given that a week ago we didn't even realise it was possible to have a publicly playable server. And actually that's one thing I found out too, is that you can't do this on 3G, you can only do this on Wi-Fi.
Dope.
It won't work on 3G, so...
And the leaves don't disappear by themselves when there's no wood around them.
No, it's just... Yeah, they do. It's just really slow.
Okay.
Because this one over here is starting to. It's just...
I need to
incredibly
make
slow.
a stone pick because I found iron already.
Here comes the sun.
So,
I just started.
but yeah, I mean, it's, that's not... I don't mind the generation. The train generation is quite nice.
Yep.
It's come a long way. Even only 2 or 3 versions ago, it was either gigantic hills or flat plains. So, you know, it's done alright. So yeah, so we've got some building to do. We'll look forward to that. We'll get on top of this thing, and hopefully in the next week or so we can start having, you know, some of our listeners can come join us. And I know we've got a couple of people in the chat room, particular.
Stormy.
So yeah, Stormy being the main one who really
wants
enjoys...
to be your main builder for the server.
Well, I'm no builder, so
himself.
I'm more than
He's
happy
our
for him to
best
do it.
viewer. Best viewer
What are you up
ever.
to down here? Oh look, coal. See, they've come a
Yeah.
long way with generation. What is there?
I have
Oh, that's
coal and iron already.
coal,
and
iron.
torches.
And then there's like nothingness, which is just weird. So,
Put torch there.
alrighty, well, oh yeah, that's right. You got torches already. Wow, you're going off.
I've already got iron as well.
Dude, she's going to be in game any minute.
I'm stuck because I can't
She's
jump.
fighting the Ender
and-
Dragon now. Look at that. Look. Oh, he's dead. Game Alright, there's nothing else to do in this game now.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. The problem I have is because I'm using 2 different controllers, when you press one it contradicts the other one, and I can't jump upstairs.
You should be able to just walk straight up them without jumping.
Yeah, I know you should.
Doesn't work on yours because it does on mine.
It did.
Yeah,
It
same.
works like here. I noticed it's weird. If I do it like out in the open, it works fine.
Yep.
But occasionally if I try to do it in an enclosed area, it doesn't. I think it's just because I'm using the controls and it's not designed to do it.
Let me have a look. If I
So-
dig just one spot and then stand in it, probably shouldn't be enough space
Yeah.
to jump straight
Oh,
out.
that's interesting. You're actually a physical entity, not in normal, like, you actually push out of the way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't.
Get my way.
You can't actually walk into people this
Yeah.
time.
That's pretty neat.
That's better than normal Minecraft.
Yeah.
I have a furnace. You smelt my iron.
I didn't even know you could build a furnace in this game.
It came, dude. I'm gonna see if
We'll come back next week when she's got a castle and minions.
Yeah.
There we go. I've already smelting my iron.
Are you digging straight down?
I want to see the void.
You can't get to the void.
What happens when you get to the bottom? You just get stuck there.
No, it's just got, what's the name down there? Bedrock.
Oh, the whole thing's just bedrock.
Yep.
Oh, man.
You have to climb back out, and you have to press space, and then you have to press space.
Oh yeah, have fun with that.
Space.
So,
And that's, I hate doing
I
that.
haven't reached bedrock yet. I wish I had raised mini-maps so I could tell how far down I am.
yeah, there's no F3 mode, there's no nothing like that. There is a chat console window that you can keep tabs on and you know, type and whatever in there, and if you go back here you can see who's on. It's like the tab key, you can see who's on the server. You can, you know, change options and stuff if you start getting lag.
I'm listening on Skype on the computer and then playing on the iPad.
So yeah, it's a bit of a pain to set up. I might do a tutorial on how to set up a multiplayer connection, because it's a bit of a pain the first time you try it. It doesn't feel natural. So we might do that next week when we're ready to have people join. So alrighty, I guess at this point we shall return to our regularly scheduled program. Bye.
Alrighty. Bye. Yeah, well, that was interesting. I was surprised that Noobs had so quickly set up a house there. I mean, we're walking around going, look at this, here's a tree, here's some dirt. Oh, I've done a house. What?
Oh, here I am trying to walk in a straight line.
You can do that.
It's like, how you cheated.
She doesn't even have up like we do.
Little fingers, see, that's what the difference was.
Yeah, little fingers on the little pad. It's crazy.
But actually, it's funny, since we recorded that last night before the show we were supposed to do. And actually today I've been back on, and I've got as far, I played for about 2 hours at work. And I got as far as digging a mine shaft down to bedrock.
Yeah, I dug straight down to bedrock. We saw that. And I'm like, now what do I do, Mr. T?
So, no, looking forward to that. It's another way to encourage players to come out and have fun, and another little community we can get going. So, it also is a good way to give you guys some news. I'm not going to worry too much this week, but in the coming weeks, we will tell you how to, sort of what things you need to do. It's not a standard plug and play Java server. There's a little bit of configuration, and it runs PHP and a few other things, but in the coming weeks we'll get to that, and we'll grow together. It's a new experience for us as well. So
yeah, well, I've been having fun on our survival one. I've set up a ME computer with the controller and disk drives and stuff, so all my stuff goes into there now. It's much better than all those chests that I was trying to manage before. It's like, which one of these bloody things is it? I put, oh no, it wasn't in this one. Like, Mr. T, you've stolen it, haven't you? You've taken list. No. And personal saves and stuff. Although, speaking of which, I was looking up on the AE website, and apparently there's a possibility that in the future they're going to be having a lock with a key card on your ME computer to stop other people coming and nicking stuff, because at the moment anyone can just pop in there and grab whatever they want, craft all your things away, and then they're gone. You don't know who's done what, but they said, yeah, we're thinking of it. We'll probably have it so that when you put it down, that it's like the personal safe, I guess. It becomes yours, but you can create a key card, and if you right click on a person with that key card, then it embeds their player details into the key card, and from then on they can access your computer if they want to get some stuff, and then if you shift click on that person, it takes it away from them.
That's pretty cool. I've seen.
It'll keep misties out of your stuff.
I've seen. I can't think what his name was. One of the guys I follow on YouTube, did a similar sort of thing with a computer turtle. They set up so they had to enter the name of the password and stuff in the turtle, and then the turtle would move out of the way.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's good. I mean, that's the sort of thing it needs because it's so advanced in so many other areas. They need to fix the password, and they need to fix the wireless receiver because they only work for like 20 blocks or something.
It's not that useful.
No.
One other thing is somebody said, well, I guess in the meantime you can just put water glass in front of it and then nobody can use it. You just break it, use your computer and put up another bit.
Which is all fun and dandy until you die, you lose everything, and your only other one's on the computer.
Oh, that's a bad place to keep it, isn't it? Maybe I should have put it in a personal safe. No!
Yeah, that's it. So, but yeah, no, that's it. I mean, it's funny you saying that you've got a computer. Generally, on most of the servers, you don't normally even get that far. You pretty much,
I build a house and then I'm like, everything is too difficult. I give up. Oh my god!
And yet, I'm usually the first one to get the power suit and the computer. And
yeah, I got a nano suit.
Last night, you got a nano suit, yeah. Last night, I dug my basement and I managed to put in a furnace and a generator.
You're well on the way. I've started setting up Noob Slicey's house now with the
nano suits and armor and computers and turtles and quarries and Mistcraft ages and well, admittedly, I have got a rocket and I've flown to both my space station and the moon.
Yep.
Both of which are now nerfed thanks to the glitches in the new pack, so I can't actually breathe at either of those places, but I can get there.
You get a glimpse of it just before you die. Asphyxiation. I just imagine like Arnold Schwarzenegger in what was that movie where he went to Mars?
It's not Terminal Velocity.
No. I went and saw it at the movies.
Not virtual. I keep going to call it
Get to Mars.
Total Recall.
And he's like,
he's like, I'll get him dead.
That must have been so much fun to film.
Yeah.
Isn't technology wonderful? So yeah, and I got a quarry going. That's apparently an impossible quarry setup because it has a lava tank that sucks lava out and spits it into a lava generator, which spits out RF that goes through a pipe into a Stirling engine, which explodes if you're not really careful. But I did find out when I reset it up tonight what the trick is. That you have to put down the quarry, put the engine facing it and switch it on with the redstone switch on the ground, then put down the lava stuff and the generator, and then the last thing you do is put the pipe in between the lava generator and the engine. Last thing.
Okay.
If you put the pipe in there, then put the generator down, it doesn't know it's there and nothing happens. But I'm like, what's going on? I must have done something in different orders, so I went through and tried a few different combinations. The last thing was put everything down except for the pipe that connects the lava generator to the Stirling engine. Pop that in there and suddenly and the little guy goes out there, zaps down all the trees and stuff. Off it goes.
For those of you who don't know, Stirling engine's not supposed to run on ME. It's supposed to run on RF, whatever. It's not supposed to run on that. It's supposed to run on lava and stuff. So
you're supposed to buck it in because I was reading there's no way to pump it in, which is bad. But
so there's a glitch there they'll fix in the next pack. There's also another little interesting bug that I discovered the other day. It only seems to affect lava generators, not the normal IC2 generators, but these ones that are in open blocks, I believe. They actually look like a generator. They're like a, something you'd see, like a Honda generator or something. But if you put down 3 lava ones and you click on any of them after you put the three or more, 2 don't seem to do it, but 3 or more, and then you click on one of them, it crashes your client instantly. Oh. So that's an interesting bug that I had an issue because I had a few of them all set up and going, and I never bothered to click on them. And then I thought, I wonder if this is keeping up. And I clicked on it and I crashed. I'm like, huh?
That's not right.
Logged in, did it again, and clicked on it, crashed. I went, hang on a minute. I see a pattern forming here.
I don't know what it is, but something's going on.
So
yeah, I'd created a Mistcraft world for my quarrying, and while I was having fun putting all the stuff in there, I was like, oh yeah, I'll stick in dungeons and strongholds and caves and stuff. It'll be really cool to go down and have a look there, and it's got brightness on full so that you don't need to have any torches or anything. The mobs will still spawn because the light level is technically 0, but you can go right down the deepest dungeons, right down to bedrock even, and you don't need a torch because everything's lit up bright all the time. But if you want to make a quarry where you want to get lots of ores, you don't want to have strongholds and caves and dungeons because all of those things are going to put holes through all your ores after they've been made. Yep. So we live and learn, but I still get a lot of stuff out of there. So,
and people are saying, oh, why don't you just use the extra ores page? Well, WauloK knows what happens when you try to use the extra ores page. It don't work so well. It creates a beautiful world with plenty of ores. The problem is you can't actually mine any of it before it all turns into
dense ores. Yeah, dense ores. But I was reading, it said if you want to counteract that, put in spontaneous explosions. It's supposed to cut down the decay, but it doesn't stop it completely. And then everything's just exploding all over the place and catching on fire. And it's just, you go in there, it's like pow.
It's funny, actually. A while back, early on in the Mistcraft, you used to create a random world, and it was basically unplayable. Like, it was meteors and explosions and decay and mobs and everything, and you couldn't really do anything. But now the randomly generated terrain actually isn't too bad. It's at least playable to some degree.
Yep.
So.
The other mistake that I made was to put in huge trees, which I thought would be really cool. But the problem is, when you got all these trees with a huge canopy across the top, all the mobs that spawn down here don't get any sun on them, so the zombies and skellies keep walking around all day and all night, so they don't have any problems from the sun now. So we live and learn, but it was an interesting age. It's better than the one that I made before that, as you were saying, decayed. And our first one, that was just a random one, so we could go to all the libraries and collect the pages. It was just that netherrack world where it had little floating islands of netherrack all over the place, and you had to fly from one to the other to find the libraries and pick up your pages.
That was a weird one, that. And there was another interesting glitch in the earlier version. I don't know if it's still in the new version, but you used to create a flat world, a flat desert world. And you could fly along, and uranium would be on top, so you could fly around and pick up your uranium everywhere. So been doing that. I've been playing Skyblocks as usual on mc.obsidian loft. To go there and check out that.
Folks.
I've been trying to get this new Skyblocks that we rotate every couple of months. I've been trying to get this new Skyblocks map up and running, but it's very, very hard, even in creative mode, to build underwater. Because every time you accidentally break the wrong block or something, and next thing you know, it's flooded. So
all your torches fall off the walls and get washed away.
So it's going to be really neat, but you better come and play it, all y'all.
Oh, y'all come play it now. You hear?
That's it. So. But yeah, so look out for that, and the Feed the Beast server. You know, if you want to be part of that, you just need to go to the engine, obsidianloft.com, which is an engine site, and make sure you join up first, and then after you've joined up, make sure you sign in.
Yes.
And then once you've done that,
do your subscription.
Yep, do your subscription, and even if you don't want to subscribe to our Feed the Beast server, you're more than welcome to vote our MC at Obsidian Loft. And you'll get perks for voting and
citizen rank
and stuff like that. So that lets you do a few other things.
And weren't you working on the Terraforming as well? Doing something with that this week?
Well, Terraforming has a new home. We've relocated it to another server as well. We seem to be putting all our stuff onto these
network presence in Sydney.
Network presence, yeah. They seem to be really good servers. Basically,
he's got Ubuntu. I've got CentOS.
That's it. They. They're quick, they're reliable. We don't have any issues with them other than ones we cause.
We're good at
so
that.
It's been quite good.
You
So
live and
now
learn.
we've got that in a new home now. So hopefully I'll get back into that and start actually progressing a bit, so we can show you guys what it looks like once you progress.
It's no wonder you've got 4 monitors in your house. You need this one here for Spigot, this one here for FTB, that one there for Terraformacraft. There's something else over there.
I've got 4 monitors and I need another 4. I was saying to WauloK before because
I've only got 2.
yeah, he's only got 2, but before my computer started having hissy fit and I was getting ready to stream, we've just got a new soundboard so that all our sound files can be played in the background, and I just got to come up with a video program that instantly has everything pre-queued that I can just play, and then I've got the screen cap of the Skype, and then each game has a capture, and so like I'm looking at 4 monitors and I'm out of room. I've got no more room to put anything. I'm like, what?
And yet here's me managing with 2.
Yeah, and
I feel so third world. You've got first world problems.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So if anybody wants to donate another 4 monitors and another couple of systems, you know where to find us.
Yep. ObsidianLoft.com.
That's it.
Shall we do some news?
News time.
Alrighty, we'll start with some vanilla news. You can see it up that way there. As news broke last week that Facebook had bought virtual reality firm Oculus VR, one developer took to Twitter to very publicly voice his concerns. Marcus Persson, aka Notch, owner of the game company Mojang, said he'd been working with the startup to build a virtual reality version of his popular brick building game Minecraft. In a tweet he said, "We're in talks about maybe bringing a version of Minecraft to Oculus. I just cancelled that deal. Facebook creeps me out. I definitely want to be a part of virtual reality, but I'll not work with Facebook," wrote Persson. The motives are too unclear and shifting. They haven't historically been a stable platform, and there's nothing about their history that makes me trust them and that makes them seem creepy to me. And I did not chip in 10 grand to seed a first investment round to build value for a Facebook acquisition. I have the greatest respect for talented engineers and developers at Oculus. It's been a long time since I met a more dedicated and talented group of people. I understand this is purely a business deal, and I'd like to congratulate both Facebook and Oculus owners, but this is where we part ways. As consolation, Minecraft fans will still be able to play a modified version called Minecraft. And you can see there the Oculus-y 2-eyeball version there, stereoscopic.
It's funny actually, it seems like so many people bought the Oculus Rift to play with Minecraft, because since this news came out, I've been looking on eBay and you can pick up a set of Oculus Rift glasses now for 80 and 90 bucks for the developer pack.
Yeah.
So it's almost like everybody now that it's not actually coming to Minecraft, the people who bought it are like, oh well, I don't want it now.
Yeah. Where do we sign up to get our refunds, dude?
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's a few unhappy people there.
Yeah. A lot of websites with people complaining about it. Now, choosing a new game name in the Minecraft 1.8. Some notes from the guys. A Mojang account is required if you want to change your name. So don't just have the old one where you just had a username. You have to log in with your email address. Names need to be unique. You can't change your name to one that's already in use. Name changing is free, but will probably be limited in some way to prevent abuse. If you haven't migrated your account to Mojang 1, you should do so as soon as possible to secure your name. Name changing is slated to go live when the web service has been updated and around the time Minecraft 1.8 releases.
Yeah, so we have inadvertently discovered a couple of problems with that. Like if you no longer have access to that email account that you first signed up with,
you're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much. So Mojang is going to make a lot more money, I think.
Yes, people are going to have to buy more accounts now. So to go on from that, there'll be problems in Minecraft 1.8 with the upcoming switch as well to UUIDs instead of player names. Many plugins will break. What's a UUID? A universally unique identifier is a long series of hexadecimal numbers commonly used in software to uniquely identify something. You might remember that Apple had UUIDs to identify people's devices and their accounts. and they've stopped using those now because there was a complaint about privacy.
Mhm.
With Minecraft, Mojang is planning to use UUIDs to identify player accounts. Why is this? Well, because if I created an account, logged onto your server as Bob, and then started griefing and being stupid, and you ban Bob, then I log off, change my name to Bob2, come back on, do the same thing, log off, come back on as Bob3, and so on. You get the idea. You won't be able to ban them, so they give a unique UUID to each account, so you ban Bob and all of the accounts that are under Bob can change his name, but he still won't be able to get on your server, so they'll be banning it by the UUID. With Minecraft, Mojang is planning to use UUIDs to identify player accounts, with each Mojang account tied to a UUID. For example, Notch's new account now has a UUID, and you can see it there. There's a bunch of hexadecimal numbers, and I won't bore you by reading all those out. Now,
that was the best bit. That was the most interesting part of the story.
This will have a potential server breakage. Up until this switch to UUIDs, Minecraft has relied on names for many of its core systems, bans, whitelist, ops, etc. And plugins have used names for permissions and protections. Once Mojang allowed players to change their names at will with Minecraft 1.8, these systems' accuracy can no longer be relied on. For Minecraft, Mojang has said they'll be handling the transition of bans, whitelists, etc. for the most part, but most Bukkit plugins, i.e. Muggins here, will need to be updated to use UUIDs to track players instead of names. So what this means for me is, at the moment, if you do a fast run through the Insanity Run plugin that I made, a Templecraft type plugin, it'll put your name on the sign saying Mr. Tomkinson did this run in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. But now, when I do it, at the moment I just get the name. I'll have to get the UUID, save that to the server, and then every time I display it on the screen, it'll have to do another command where it gets the current name from their server of whoever is with that UUID. So Mr. Tomkinson can come on and play, get a top score, then he logs off, goes away, and changes his name to Bill Gates, and then he comes back on again, and then it still says Mr. Tomkinson. Wouldn't be very good, because who's that? Nobody knows anymore, so it should auto-update on the sign, so long as you keep getting the information from the servers, and you store the UUID and not the actual player name anymore.
So if you've got a giant server, like, you know, as we know, MCAU has thousands and thousands and thousands of regular visitors, and you've got games, you've got signs, you've got chest protection, you've got region protection,
permissions.
you've got
Permissions is going to be the main one that's going to be completely screwed, and I think a lot of people are just going to go, screw it, we'll start with a new server with 1.8. We'll let whitelist it with just the mods first, let them all log on, add them into their groups and stuff, because who knows, do you know what my UID is if I'm not on the server? No, you have to wait till I join on there, and then add me onto the thing, add in everybody into whatever permissions they're supposed to be. Then you're going to have subscribers. How are you going to migrate from the old to the new permissions? I don't know. Hopefully someone like B Permissions and that are going to have to create their own system for converting from old to new somehow. I can't even think how they would even manage that.
But it wasn't even that. I was thinking like, what happens if you have all these tens of thousands of players and they're all updating their chests, they're updating their signs, they're updating their game stats, they're updating everything. I mean, how much more load is that going to put on a server?
It's going to have to cache it, when they log in, it's going to have to cache it to the server, the UUID and the name, and then hopefully do all the lookups locally, and hopefully people don't change their names and stuff too often.
Well, that, but also, I mean, if you go to a scoreboard of top 10 people or top 100 people on the scoreboard, it's got to load that off the server. Like, it can't cache that, because that's going to be nasty.
It's going to be fun. Lucky I outsourced. I just gone to India. I have open sourced my plugin, so if you want to update it yourself, go crazy, people.
So yes.
To prepare, server admins will have to perform an audit on their plugins to determine which ones currently use names for player identification. It's recommended that server admins communicate with the developers of the plugins that they use to ensure they're preparing for the switch to UIDs. And if your developer has abandoned his plugin and doesn't work on it anymore, or his computer crashed and he lost all the source code and didn't have it GitHubbed or something, you're going to have to get rid of that plugin because it's not going to get updated. Types of plugins will likely be affected include, as Mr. T was saying, but are not limited to, permissions, region protection, world protection, chest protection, ownership, teleportation, economy, chat, and band management plugins. Basically, it comes down to this. Neglecting to prepare for the switch to UUIDs is the equivalent of running your server in offline mode. And some people do that anyway.
I was going to say, people do that. I mean...
Well, if you have a look on the stats of my plugin, it's like 58% of servers are offline.
Really? That much?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. With player names no longer being static, anyone could potentially pick an admin's username and take over your server or bypass your protections. What does that mean? Well, you got Mr. T over there, and he logs on. He's hi everyone, logs off. Someone goes to their Mojang account, changes their name to Mr. Tomkinson, logs on. Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Tomkinson, and then bans everyone and then deletes everything and quits.
Supposedly you can't do that if it's an active name, but that's my concern I have in PE at the moment, is that exact problem. There's, when you log into your game on your phone, it just comes up and says, what's your name? It just doesn't ask you for authentication or anything, it just says what's your name. So
my name's Notch. Hi everyone, Notch is on your server that nobody's ever heard of.
That's it. And the only way you can whitelist is with names. So, I mean, you know, if I put Fred in the whitelist, then anybody could change their name to Fred and sign and become an op, you know. So it's going to be that all over again, but on a much larger scale. Yeah,
well, Noobs used to hang out on one of Sky the Kid servers, and his Sky the Kid RS, and somebody created an account, named it Sky the Kid R5, which looks like an S in the font that's used, logs on, and everyone's like, oh my god, I'm going out of my mind, Sky the Kid RS is logged on, quick, over Sky. No, it's not him, it's a 5, people. People get tricked by this on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
JB Hi-Fi is not giving away all of their TVs right now, sorry.
And the Galaxy S5s aren't undamaged in unopened boxes.
That's right.
Stop it! The lot of you!
Feed the Beast News, VSWE, whose YouTube videos I learned Java programming for and did my plugin. VSWE creator of Steve's Carts makes a mod for quests in Feed the Beast, hardcore questing mode, quests for Minecraft. This mod allows you to make and play quests using a quest book. It also introduces a hardcore mode like the vanilla one, but with multiple lives, and extra lives can be given as rewards of requests. The mod on its own won't do much, since you need to make the quests for it first to use. If you want to do that, you can do it using the in-game editor. If you just want to play quests, you need someone else's quests. In the video, VSWE uses Jaded Cat's map and modpack Agrarian Skies and Hardcore Quest, which can be found at the FTB launcher. So let's have a bit of a look at that video now.
Hello, I'm here to show you how to use hardcore questing mode, how to use it as a player, but also how to use it as a map maker. So if you're a map maker and want to make quests, then you can stick around to the end where I'll explain how that works, or well, the second half at least. So one thing worth noting is if you go and grab this mod and install it and so on, and load it up and expect to start to play with it, then that's not going to work because, well, you have some things here, but the quest book is completely empty. Because this mod on its own is not going to do anything. It's more like a tool for map makers. They can design a quest and they can use, well, get a config file that they can then export with the map, and then, well, you can use it as a player, so you can play those quests. But, yeah, let's take a look on some real quests, shall we? So I'm just going to exit out there. And now I'm in the map called Agrarian Skies by Jaded. This house designed by Morvalira. And, well, since in this map, well, the map maker Jaded has already designed the quests, we actually have some proper quests. And wouldn't you know? So that was Satchel reading the basic lore. So the first time you open the book, you will hear, well, you could hear, if you as a map maker have added that, you will hear someone reading the lore here from the very first page. You can also see an icon here. If you're a map maker, stick around, I'll show you how to add that. So this is the front page where you're greeted, which looks much better than the one we saw in the empty book. And also, if I click here to start, by the way, you can click here if you want to listen to the voice again. If you click here, you can actually see something. Here we have 7 different sets of quests. 3 of them unlocked, 4 of them are locked. And if you click on one, we can see its description and some information about it. And if we click open, hello creeper, we can see the different quests. So all of these are different quests, and they have icons here saying pretty much what they are doing. We have 2 unlocked, one in the beginning and one using the book. So I'm going to play through this little tutorial, not made by us as developers, but this is, well, part of the quest made by the map maker, in this case Jaded. So I'm just going to play through her tutorial here very quickly. So we click on that one, and here's a short description. We can scroll through it. It basically tells you how to use things. It's going to talk about this crafting task, and this crafting task is going to tell us to craft some wooden planks. So let's do that. I have some oak wood, and now I just crafted some wooden planks. I just needed to craft 1, I crafted 4, so I should have completed that, which I have 100% completed like so. And now everything turned green. If we go back you do by right clicking, by the way, we can see that this has an unclaimed reward. If we go back even further, we can say that it says 1 quest with unclaimed rewards, which means that, well, we haven't claimed rewards for 1 quest, so you don't miss out on the rewards. It also says 4% completed because we have completed 1 quest out of 24. So let's go back in here, claim the reward, and we just received the apple, as you can see. I already had an apple there since previously, but I got the apple like so. And now we can head over to the other one. So here we have another type of task, which we can read on about here, but I'm going to explain it to you. It's a consume task, which means that we need to hand in the items to the book, and then they, well, we don't get them anymore. We have to give it to the book, and you can use this to tell the user to give you tons of items. Maybe at the end stage of the map, where you have to give, well, the quest book a lot of items to show you that you have the infrastructure to do that, or something along those lines. So what I want to do now is just hit manual submit. What that's going to do is it's going to look in my inventory and see if I have 1 wooden plank, and if so, it's going to take that from me and give it to the book. I have 24 at the moment. Manual submit. Now I have 23. And there we go. I just completed that quest, so let's claim the reward. This time I got a quest delivery system and a normal vanilla hopper. I'm going to use them for this final quest called the QDS, which is short for the quest delivery system. Right, so how do I use this? Well, I put it down, like so. Since I'm creative, I'm going to keep it anyways. And then I can move items into it, or fluids for that matter. So if you have a consume task, a task where you, well, have to give away the items, you can do it through the quest delivery system. So now if we put things in here, well, it's not going to count it right away, we have 1 more step. But if you put items here now, they're going to go into this delivery system and disappear. However, if I click select task, I'm going to select this task here in the book, and then I right click, and there we go. So you bound the QDS to the QDS, well, QDSception there, but now it's bound there, which means that anything going in here is going to count as it goes to that quest. I gave it an apple, it disappeared because, well, we don't need an apple there, so don't give it things you don't want to give away. But what we want to give it is actually a piece of wood, because, or well, planks, that was what it was asking for, and boom, now it's completed, as you can tell there. However, this quest was built up of multiple tasks. You can have more than just 2 if you want to. This quest has 2. Scroll bars, as always, if there are too many. And if I click here, so basically it wants the hopper back, because, well, we got that just to show how it works. And what we could do is just pick it up and hit manual submit, but I'm going to select it here as well. Since I'm in creative mode, I have an extra one and mark it there, because what I want to show you is one thing you could do later on, and that's if you grab a comparator. So now, since I have selected a quest, it's going to output a redstone signal. However, as soon as we complete the quest, it's not going to output a redstone signal anymore like that. So that's just a nice feature if you want it to stop, because if you are supposed to give it 10 cobblestone and you give it 100, it's going to consume them all. However, you can use this redstone signal to stop the hopper if you would like to. So that's pretty much it. We have one more thing to do playing wise, and that is, if I claim this reward, we can see 2 weird items. We have the full heart and a reward bag. So let's take a look on those 2 like so. So it's called hardcore questing mode, and that's, well, not only for the questing part, we have the hardcore part as well. So normally, well, if you die, you're out in hardcore mode. This hardcore mode is a bit different. We can check how many lives we have using HQM lives, and it tells me I have 2 lives left. So if I die once, I'll still have 1 life to go, and if I die then I'm out. So since this is single player, the world will get deleted. If I would be on a server, I would get banned. So pretty much like vanilla hardcore, but you get more lives. But if I have a full heart here, I can consume it. Alright, I haven't HQM hardcore. There you go. There you go. Now it has been activated. And then I can consume it, and there we go. You have added 1 to your total life. You have 3 remaining, like so. And since I'm creative, I still have it, otherwise it would get consumed. So that's the lives. You can have half a heart like that, and then if you get 2, you can combine into 1, and then you can consume it to get an extra life. Here's a reward bag that I got, and if we take a look at the reward bags, we can see that there's a basic one, a good one, a greater one, an epic one, and a legendary one. And well, obviously the legendary one is going to give you better loot than the basic one. But all of these have random rewards, so depending on which tier, you're probably going to get better if you have a good one. But if you're unlucky, you might get something very bad in a legendary one and something very good in a basic one. More to that later, because you as a map maker, if you're a map maker, can define what these will drop for you. So now if I consume that, oh, I got a wooden sword, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I got a wooden sword with silk touch. I think that's Jaded trolling us as usual. And if I wouldn't be in creative mode, I would have lost it back. Right, so that's pretty much it for the playing part. If you're interested in how to design the quest, just stick around and we'll take a look at that.
Pretty cool information there, and I think it would go really well for our sky blocks.
Yeah, to be an extra level, although having said that, I don't know how many of those mods are client side and how many are server side, but it'd be an interesting level again, because at the moment you've got challenges, but they're just that, you know, collect a stack of wood or whatever it is, and sort of you get given a gold bar.
Sort of very basic version of this.
Yeah, so I think something like this, to, as I said, assuming a lot of it's server side and not client side mods, I think it'd be a really good idea to really it'd be a good way. It'd also encourage player trading to a point, because if you're stuck on something and you can't get something and someone else has got it and whatever. So yeah, it'd be a good idea. Very good idea.
And a little bit more news. Xbox news. Updates for Minecraft 360 are live. There's a heaping mountain of goodies, including new items: emerald ore, block of emerald, and a chest, tripwire hook, enchanted golden apple, anvil, flower pot, cobblestone walls, mossy cobblestone walls, with a painting, potato, baked potato, poisonous potato, carrot, golden carrot, carrot on a stick, pumpkin pie.
Just always need a carrot on a stick.
Pumpkin pie, you guys, seriously, I know pumpkin pie. Night vision potion, invisibility potion, nether quartz ore, block of quartz slab, stair, chisel quartz block, pillar quartz block, enchanted book, and carpet. There's a lot of other updates to recipes and such, and bug fixes and things, but we won't bore you with those. Minecraft launcher update. This is one that we use, called MultiMC. Version 5. They've got a 0.3 update to it. Some of the changes include an improved instance view, overhauled 1.6 loading, new patch-based system for modifying instances, better offline mode, improved clarity in some of the dialogues, tooling support, and screenshot management and uploading. And there's MultiMC that we use.
And it's still got the cat.
And it's got to have the cat, of course. So. And Pocket Edition news. Johan Bernardson has posted on Twitter, screenshot new world generation action, a couple more days, new biome should work. So what do you think of that, Mr. T?
Yeah, look, for somebody who's never been really fond of MCPE, to go to the other extreme of actually quite enjoying it and wishing that they'd put more development into it.
I'm going to be looking forward to this.
Yeah, well, I mean, the terrain, as you can see in that screenshot, there's a little bit flaky because there's some, I guess, desert hanging over the edge of the forest biome, or the, I don't know what biome they'd call that, probably large hills or something. But look, between that, I think it was last week or the week before, we showed the screenshot for the new, like, dungeons and underground caves and stuff. Between those two and the larger worlds, more than 256 by 256, it's going to be great. I mean, at the moment, it's very much like playing Minecraft beta, probably like, 1.5, 1.6 beta. But it's definitely got a long way to come. I mean, having said that, up until a few weeks ago, well, up until a few days ago, Xbox didn't even have basic things. They didn't have anvils and flower pots and things like that, which are available in Pocket Edition. So in some respects, Pocket Edition's actually been in front of the Xbox version up until now. So with a few of these updates that are due to come out, with the way they're changing the mob behavior and things like that, spawning behavior and whatnot, then I think it's going to be good. As I said, I wish there was another way to control it other than the touchscreen, like Thought maybe. But
I did have a look. I was very tempted. You can get Bluetooth joysticks that you can slot it into and play it from there. But one of my friends said he's had a few of those and they were terrible. So
yeah, they never seem to work properly. And as I said, the emulation on Windows is even more horrible, because the only way I could actually get it to work was to use one hand on my joypad controller to control my forward and backwards, and use my other hand on my mouse to control my left and right and my turning. So that wasn't any better. So yeah, look, I think the control system's fine if you're, which, I mean, it's designed for kids. Let's face it. At the end of the day, playing this on a tablet.
That's why Noobs was doing so well in our video.
I think if you had like a 10-inch tab, like a transformer or something like that, where you had the real estate, when you put your hands on the screen, you don't cover the screen. I mean, I've got the Note 3, which is, in all honesty, it's got a decent sized screen. It's a 5.3 inch or something screen. So, but even that, once I put my hands, like you can imagine that, and I put a thumb on one side and my finger on the other side, so there's,
you're gonna spill your coffee by the look of it. Don't burn yourself.
So, that covers a good portion of the screen when you're trying to play. But once they can work on that, look, I'm looking forward to it. As I said, with some of the updates coming out, are really going to help us in terms of, from a server standpoint. It's really going to make the game more enjoyable, add some more levels to it. It'll make it to the point where you can basically play whatever you can build in normal Minecraft, you'll be able to build in this. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. And if I can take myself away from the FTB, I might even give it a go myself. I was having too much fun there now.
Yeah, no, it's a bit like that. But as we were saying the other day, everything comes in cycles. And, excuse me, my partner, Sonia, she actually says, well, my wife, I should say, she says, how can you spend so much time on it? And, well, the honest answer is I don't actually know. But
all day and night sometimes.
I know, and I don't know why. But it rolls. Like, you might have a week where you only play Skyblocks, or you only play vanilla, or you only play FTB. But after doing that for a couple of weeks, you go, now I'll go back and I'll play this. And then you'll go through a period where you'll actually rotate through 2 or 3 different versions. So it sounds silly, but having the Feed the Beast, having the Terra Firma Craft, having the vanilla server there, having the Skyblocks, having all this stuff, you do play it, you rotate through them, and you actually spend, a significant amount of time on each one. And it
adds variety.
It adds variety. It also adds complications, because you get to a server and you go, okay,
how do I do that again?
what mods do I have on this one? Oh wait, this is vanilla. I can't do anything. So yeah.
I was talking to somebody recently, and they were asking me how to edit their inventory. I was like, why you want to edit your inventory with an editor? He said, well, I only play locally on my computer, and I just want to give myself a few items to start with. I'm like, I don't know. I am up on the servers that I own, so I just use /give WauloK diamond block or something like that. I said the other thing you could do is /game mode 1 into creative mode, and you've got access to everything. Just grab the couple of things you need, change back again. What? Game mode 1? What's that? Oh, you just introduced you to a whole new aspect of Minecraft you never heard of before. Give it a go. Oh my god. Then I said, you play a bit of Minecraft? Yeah, but I'm not feeling too good. I've said, have you heard of Feed the Beast? No? Go check it out. Oh my god, what do I do? Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, that's it. And actually, we have it's quite strange. We actually have one of our regular players on our Feed the Beast server. Shouldn't call it Feed the Beast. It's not Feed the Beast. It's our own. It's Obsidian Craft. It's one we made.
Yeah.
And he's actually never played Minecraft at all. So he's gone straight into about as far away from vanilla Minecraft as you can get. We keep giving him a hard time because he dies all the time. But I mean, I look back at the first 6 months I played Minecraft, and I don't think I could, go for more than half an hour without dying and falling in lava.
I didn't get it. I tried the online beta thing, and I'm like, okay, so you punch a tree. What? Okay. And then,
exactly.
Oh, I'm dead. What the hell was that? Something exploded. Okay, you start again with nothing. Alright, I'll go over and punch this tree. There's something coming after me. Holy cow, what is that? I go read something. Oh, okay, so you get a bunch of dirt and you make a little hut and hide in there overnight. Okay, I'll try that. Alright, come out the next day. Yeah, this is okay. Punch some trees, get some wood. Now what do I do? I don't know. I don't get this game. I'm never going to play it. Delete.
That's right.
What a stupid game.
I think what made it worse too, when it was first released for online playing, it was creative only. Survival didn't come till later on. So when you first actually started playing it, you're like, okay, so I can do anything I want, place anything I want, build anything I want without... Huh? That makes... What?
No
What's
consequences.
Yeah, it's just like, any other game. Like, it's just like a building game at this point. And why they call it building with bricks, I never know. When was the last time you actually built something in brick? I mean, seriously, there are bricks in the game, but who uses them?
Bit crazy, right?
Yeah, but no, look, my nephew, he hasn't really played it. He's got a few mates who play it as well, and every single one of them says the same thing I do. I don't know why I play it, and I don't know why I can't stop playing it.
I'm the same. How many times do I have to go to bed at about 10:30, and I'm like, oh crap, it's midnight. Right, I've really got to go now. Where'd the last hour and a half go? It's 10:30 coming up in like 15 minutes. Suddenly it's midnight.
And you don't know. It just happens. And people ask you, what's the big deal about it? You're like,
It's just fun. And especially since we've always got a group's Skype session going at the time where we're talking to each other about it. And I mean, even we stream now a lot of our Let's Play kind of things on Twitch, and we get a lot of subscribers there. We get regulars coming in. Hi guys, I saw I got a notification, my email that you're back on. I'm back here. I just need something in the background while I'm doing my study for chemistry today. So you guys just do what you do. I'll throw in a comment every now and then, but I just want to have you guys in the background there so I can listen to you talking because I enjoy it. Yeah,
that's it. And, I would love to do a lot more YouTube videos and a lot more actual proper content. But, with working a job plus the time it takes in the back end to do this server maintenance plus do the podcast, we just don't have time to do more YouTube videos. It'd be fantastic. I'd love to have a proper YouTube series, but unless you guys subscribe and make us really rich, that's never going to happen because we need to work.
It'd also help if YouTube wouldn't keep removing our videos.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Because we got Minecraft parody music in the background. No, that's copyright. Get rid of that. Hey, hang on, it's a parody. It's not the actual song. I don't care.
I'm YouTube, I tell you. I tell you what. So, yeah.
Alrighty, so donations. If you wish to donate to our show, you can do so via the PayPal donation button on our website. Make sure you sign up and sign in first. If you had a message such as your server address, we'll read it out on our show. We have a launcher with our own private mod pack installed to help you get onto our survival server, which is one of the perks. If you wish to access our Feed the Beast survival server, make sure you go to the website, create an account, and then subscribe as a donator or VIP. Thanks for
I know it
listening.
sounds like we're repeating ourselves, but we have to, because the amount of times we get emails saying, you know, anonymous just donated. It's like, yeah.
Thanks, somebody. The money's really cool, whoever you are, but we can't give you a rank or access to the survival server if we don't know who you are.
That's right.
Thanks for listening to the show and watching another episode of the Obsidian Loft podcast. We'll be back again with a show next week. Make sure you subscribe in iTunes or your other favourite podcast application. You can also watch our show on YouTube at youtube.com/theobsidianloft. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll keep up to date with our shows. If you wish to email us and provide comments or suggestions for the show, contact us at feedback@obsidianloft.com. You can also email us at WauloK or mrtomkinson at obsidianloft.com.
You can follow us on Twitter. Our accounts are at WauloK, at mrtomkinson, mrtomkinson. Yes, I know I should pick something easier. And our show's account is at Obsidian Loft.
Yeah, how do you spell WauloK though? Nobody would know that. WAULOK.
Well, this is true, actually.
Okay.
Yes. Music for our show is provided by freestockmusic.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, keep mining.
See you guys.